Hello viewers, the next tips that you need to know before getting a used Prius is to always ask for the service book. This is very important and crucial. You need to know the history of the car, because this was not the first car that I went to surveying. I went to a few, and they always say that the book is gone. They don't have the book anymore. The previous owner didn't give the book. The book is not important. The book is very important. Please remember this one. Because what happened was, what they will do is, number one, this is the plate number. It is the same as this car, okay? Sometimes they change the plate number of the car they are selling. So, for example, if I took this number without the book, I just took this number, the plate number. I go to Toyota and they say, oh, sorry, we don't have any record for the car, because they already switched the plate number, the registered one. That's why you need to have this one. And then it also gives you the information of the car. It's written here, this part, the serial number, you see, the VIN number, when it was registered. After that, if they have the book, number one, you get it, you call Toyota up, you call them. But I don't think you should call. I think you should go to Toyota and then you ask about the car maintenance. Have they keeping up? When was the last time they came to the center or did they stop servicing at the center after the 5th year? Something like that. Because most people do not actually keep the receipt of the service. That's normal, okay, because it's only like 6-7 years and you might have forgot where you put it, or you already throw it out. In my case, the owner didn't keep all the services that he's done. If there is no book, don't purchase the car. It is a very big flag, because it only means that they are trying to cover something up, which I don't know, because there are many reasons for that. I'm gonna show you this part. This owner kept up with the service, which is very lucky for me, because I didn't know this earlier. I only read about this and then I think, oh man, I could have easily been cheated, which I did get cheated a bit lah. But never mind, it was a small thing. It did cost me a lot, especially ABS. Never mind about that. That was one of the major costs that I had to take out. As you can see here, the owner has been going to the service center since he got the car. Okay, one of the few things that's important is this. One of the important stuff is this one, the battery, the H3 battery, and also the 12-volt battery. When was it changed? It was changed in 2017. The car was bought in 2011. The next change was 2017. This is important because the H3 battery, the original from Toyota, will only last up to 150,000 kilometers. If you do not know when it was changed the first time you got the car, then they give you a free change after that. Maybe 100,000, 130,000, but mostly 150,000. That'll be the maximum distance. Without this book or information of the car, you wouldn't know how many kilometers the battery has traveled. This was 135,000, 140,000. So you can have a guess. Okay, the next change will be about 270,000, 280,000. So you can be ready for that. Let's say you look at this. Oh, the battery was changed at 100 and 50,000 kilometers. And the mileage of the car is already 270,000 kilometers. So the double means that you only have another 30,000 kilometers to drive the car before you need to fork out money, which is about 7,000, 8,000 ringgit. That's equivalent to 2,000 USD, something like that. Maybe 1,000, okay? A car that you have just bought. Okay? I drove this car about 50,000 kilometers within 2 years. I was lucky that it was at this range. I got the car at 170,000. He changed at 135,000. When I bought it, 170,000. So I still got another 100,000 kilometers to go, give or take. That's about 5 years for me. The next one is this. The HV battery. This battery lasts about 6 years. 6 years. You have to keep that in mind. It's not about kilometer. It's not about mileage. It's not about distance. The battery will just wear out. It's normal. Battery have a shelf life, even if you don't use it. Okay. You need to be aware of that. And then the next one is Toyota doesn't show what they did here, what the service was. I had to write it down. They only tell you the mileage. So that's why you need the receipt, so you can check, you can cross check and see what was done at this mileage. The next one that I knew later was the aircon. The compressor has to be serviced every 40,000 kilometers, and it must be serviced at Toyota because they use a different type of gas and oil, because this is a hybrid compressor. The oil compressor is not easily found in any aircon workshop. And again, I was lucky that this guy actually followed the oil change for the compressor. He followed it through. That's why it's still cold up to today. It's supposed to last. You need to check this. This is very important. That compressor can cost up to 8,000, 10,000 ringgit, 2,500 USD. About. You can get a half cut one, but you still have to install it, and you have to change the whole system. Means if it goes bad, if the oil is black, you have to change the whole thing. Not just the compressor. You have to change the valve, everything. It will cost a lot more. It is cheaper to just get a book that says that this guy serviced the compressor. There is also the issue of the gearbox oil. It's a CVT. I believe, because I have a friend that after, many of my friends I would say, after a few years, maybe 5 years, they will start to service the car outside. And the problem with that is that you don't know what you just serviced and you don't keep record of it. I have another car that's already like 12 years. I service 100% at the center. I follow everything there. And it's still working just as good as it was since 10 years ago. I'm just changing somewhere and tear part. That's it. You don't know when was the last time they serviced the aircon. It's a risk for you. Then you guess, oh, I don't know, I've changed it before. I think I've changed it. 40,000 is like 2 or 3 years. Would you remember when was the last time you changed it? When you go to the center, you pay the extra bit. Believe me, you have to pay for this. You follow the instruction, you follow their recommendation for the service of the car. Not every single thing, okay? Sometimes they try to sell you stuff that you don't need. But anything to do with the service of the engine, that one you must follow. When they say, okay, it's time to change the brake oil, you change it. Engine oil, you change it. CVT gearbox oil, you change it. Understand? Aircon compressor oil, you change it. The coolant, that's one more. The coolant, I think the first change is at 100,000. And then 100 or 150, I can't remember, maybe it was 150. And then subsequently every 80,000. Just follow the guide that is given by Toyota. That's it. You change it, and without this book, you wouldn't know if they have changed the coolant. This is very important. That's why the engine, there is a lot of case that the engine blows up or overheat. All this stuff happens. Not all this stuff, but this is one of the reasons that you do not keep up with the service. Do not service the car, anything in the engine bay, outside. Do not do the service outside. Get it recorded with Toyota. If you want to do outside, something like, example, change the brake pad, okay, stuff like that. Change the tires, change the radiator fan. That can, okay, fine. You do that outside. It's cheaper. Change the absorber is way cheaper outside. But all the stuff that's related directly to the engine, the inverter, the compressor, do it all at the center. In conclusion, if there is no book, or if the car registration number is non-existent at Toyota, you cannot find it, they cannot find the record, say no to the seller. I hope this video will help you in your quest to find a used Prius, and hopefully you'll get a Prius in a somewhat good condition. Thank you again. Please subscribe.